Hi, I'm Kat, and this is today's tarot. The opening card that we have for today was the Four of Wands, although it did come in upside down. So we are having the idea of safety and security on our mind. Perhaps we don't feel like we have everything kind of nailed down, and that's been at the forefront. And so we've been trying to redirect our energy, and this is where our energy and attention is whether or not we can stabilize the safety and security in our world and our projects and what we're trying to move forward in our life. Now, the challenge that we're facing with that is that we're being overly self-critical. We had the Page of Pentacles showing up, so we're looking at things in a really attentive way, and we can make use of this. We can, by turning a sharp eye at our daily practices and how we tend to things on a daily level, but not necessarily beating ourselves up over it, just taking an attentive eye. Now, the way that we're getting through the challenge is the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords also came in upside down. So you have this character who's clinging to 5 different swords in their arms, and 2 of them are being left behind with this series of tents. And in the background, we have some people at a gathering. So you have someone who's, perhaps needing to come out of isolation, because if this was right side up, it'd be telling me, we need to actually take off on our own and tend to our own things. But if the problem is that we're doing too many things on our own and we really need more of a sense of community, then when this comes in upside down, it's telling me that perhaps it's time to move back to the fire and start engaging with community again, and especially if we've felt kind of isolated or overly self-critical of ourselves. Now, the overall energy for today that came in, interestingly enough, is the High Priestess energy. This is a major arcana. It is the number 2 major arcana, so it is bringing in a sense of reflection and intuition, and it's calling for us to go deeper. Now, when we look at the moon and what's going on right now, which this card is ruled by the moon, it's going into a waning process. So it's actually starting to go dark. And this card is telling us to look deep within. Don't just look at surface matters. Listen to yourself. Listen to your intuition. And understand that in time, more information will come to you about these measures that you want to be moving toward in your life. So, be gentle with yourself. Listen to your intuition. Listen to your emotional responses to different situations. And also take care of yourself. It's important to realize that things go through different seasons, and we're going to be going through a really interesting doorway here coming up with the new moon that's coming up on October 6th. Considering that it's the end of September, this will hopefully give you some ideas as far as what to do and where that energy is calling you, because the new moon, this particular new moon, it's also in conjunction with Mars. So every new moon, we basically have a conjunction, which is a meeting of degree out in the zodiac system, in our astrological system. And so the moon and the sun are in the same degrees, and they come into passing, so we don't see the reflection of the moon from the sun because they are close to each other. We only see that full reflection when the moon is opposite of the sun in degree, in 180 degrees, right? So this new moon, with the sun and the moon meeting in degree, we also have Mars there as well, which is this initiating force that brings fire and energy into what we are actually being able to see within that darkness per se. So this card showing up for us today is telling me that, there is something that is going to be revealed to us that will give us some direction, and that will actually greatly affect us for the coming years as Mars goes around this cycle of the zodiac, because it just met up with the sun. So it takes roughly around 2 years for Mars to move around the zodiac system. So we're initiating something in our lives wherever Taurus is sitting in your chart. You can get your free chart at astro.com. If you can input your birth date information, place of birth, and time of birth, they'll give you a chart, and then you'll see where Taurus is in your actual natal chart, and that area will be where you'll, I'm sorry, not Taurus, which we call it Libra. There's other things going on in Taurus. Taurus has a Uranus in it right now, and there's a lot of upsets going on there right now, but the sun right now, the moon, and Mars are all in Libra. So wherever Libra is in your chart is where you'll be initiating something and some great new beginning that will be affected for the next 2 years, roughly, of your life. So that's a little bit of an astrological snapshot along with today's tarot. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment and I will reach back. I send you many blessings and a big hug wherever you are. I'll see you again soon. Bye.